People in Sudbury, Ontario are dealing with black bears invading their town. Local police have received 110 complaints about nuisance bears since Friday, more than 700 since spring, as the bears are flooding neighborhoods looking for food. A late frost destroyed the area blueberry crop, a staple of the bears' diet. Greater Sudbury police had to shoot a mother bear and a cub Monday night after they made their way into a house. Fortunately, no one was home at the time. Joining us this morning to talk about the bear situation is OPSEU President Smokey Thomas. Good morning. Thanks for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me.
It's not just the blueberry problem. There are a number of factors that have led to this explosion in the bear population.
Yes, you'd have to go back to when Mike Harris was the premier. He cut the spring bear hunt. Never really could figure out why. So that increased the bear population. Then along comes amalgamation, which brings large tracts of rural land into cities. So where I'm from in Kingston, it's about 2/3 rural property now. So then in cities, only police officers can fire firearms, and so people used to shoot bears themselves. In response to the problem of bears, the government created what they called the Bear-Wise program. It was a combination of education, how to not attract bears unwittingly to your house, like your garbage, keep it in a shed, all sorts of things. And they hired bear techs. These bear techs were trained and they dealt just with the bear population. They did other jobs as well in the ministry, but they're actually, if there was a bear problem, they went. They could mix the drugs to tranquilize a bear. They'd haul them about 400 kilometers away. They'd mark them. Sometimes they'd come back. Oftentimes they wouldn't. And that was a more humane way of dealing with bears rather than just outright shooting them.
And people need to know now. They're confused. Do I call the police? Do I call the Ministry of Natural Resources? And if I call the ministry, am I going to be waiting hours for someone to show up?
Well, nobody's going to show up. Back when they cut when they cut the Bear-Wise program, they laid off the bear techs, a lot of the bear techs, and that government actually issued a memo to conservation officers, for my members, that they are not to deal with bears. They're not to assist the police. They're not to do bear calls. The phone line is nobody knows really where it goes. So you call in and say, well, there's a bear in my yard. So what I say to people is two things: call the ministry, call the police. But call your local MPP. Doesn't matter what party they're in, call them and say, we want the Bear-Wise program
But
back.
Smokey, if you have a bear on your front lawn, you're not going to be calling...
No, I'd call 911. And nobody can fault somebody for shooting a bear that's threatening you. It's like any other it's a wild animal. They look cute when you see them on TV, the bear cubs, but boy, they will kill you quite quickly.
All right, a real problem. Smokey Thomas, thanks so much for talking to us this morning.
Thanks for having me.